in order to understand a polynomial can be written in this format or not, you just check first. You're just going to check the first and third term. First and third term. First one, it's a perfect square, right?
Yes,
X
sir.
squared. What are the roots are? X and times X. You're writing one of them. Okay, Denise, you're writing one of them, which is X. And then you're checking the third term, it's 9. Of course, that's a perfect square. What is the square root of 3? 9. So at the end, you guys are checking this sign in the middle. It's plus, it goes in the middle, and you're making it square. Okay? The second one, this 4 comes from here, X comes from here, plus comes from there, and then take the square of it. And the third one, X comes from there, okay? And then 5 comes from there, the minus sign, square, okay? So this is the way we do that. And our goal is writing expressions in this format, completing the square. So we're going to write, for example, question is going to be something like this. We're not given that portion, so we'll guess, we'll estimate what number is going to make that a perfect square. Today's class is going to be related with that. Now, before then, we need to go step by step and then solve a couple of examples. For example, this is the first one. You can write with me. How to solve this one? Any idea? So there's 10, right? We're supposed to subtract 10 from both hand sides. And I subtract from 10 from both hand sides. It's going to be 36 on the right hand side. And 10 will be canceling out here. What is next? Minus what? Well, divided by, since there is multiplication, we will divide it. We will divide both sides by 4, as you said. X squared is equal to 9. What is next? What is next? X is equal to 3. Okay, put the square root sign both hand side. Then we do have 2 here, secret 2. You don't have to write it, but you need to know it. There's 2 over there. It's always, in the index is 2 always. For example, x is equal to x to the power of 1. You don't write 1. Why? Yes, because you said, we said that there is 2 in index is 2, because that's the rule. So, after then, we're going to solve this one. X is equal to, when, what did you guys say? 3 is not correct. 3 and negative 3, perfect. Plus, minus 3, because when index is even, you have to do plus minus. Keep that in mind. Because 3 times 3 is equal to 9, and also, correct. So your answer is going to be plus minus 3. Okay, let's do this one. Yes, you're right. So we're going to add 5 to both hand side. Is equal to 30. Divide both sides by 3. X is equal to, let's take the square root of both hand sides. Since this is 2, which is even, x will be equal to plus minus root 10. In this question, there's a soccer player.
Did I hear soccer player?
Okay. So, Oscar is a soccer player and then hit the ball and then break the school's window. Okay. And then school tell him to pay that amount. So you're supposed to pay that amount. So how much you're gonna pay, we're going to estimate it. All right. Actually, so it's given the amount of window you need to cut is here. So the total area is given 2,766, and that window consists of what shapes? What are the shapes are you see here? A rectangle plus what?
A semicircle.
Right. Area of the rectangle plus area of the semicircle or semicircle is given. So question is not how much is going to pay. The question is what are the dimensions of the window, because you need to know that in order to replace this one, right? So we need to know the dimensions of that window. So let's figure that out. Rectangle. What is the area of the rectangle? Dominic, what is the area of the rectangle? What was the formula? Base times height divided by 2. Right? Yeah? Base times height divided by 2. What is that? What is the what formula is this? Base times height divided by 2 gives you area of triangle. So we don't see a triangle. So what is the area of the rectangle? Kiddos, what is the area of the rectangle?
Is it 1 half?
4 over 3 pi times r cubed. No?
Oh, that's what it is.
So what is the area of the rectangle, guys? Go ahead. Length times width. Okay, what is length?
Oh,
What is the length? Guys, we're going so slow.
Because you're slow.
We're going so slow. Stay focused here, please. What is the length? 2x. What is the width? Good. Plus. So area of the circle.
Pi.
Pi times
The area? Radius squared.
radius squared. But it is semicircle, right? What should I do?
Divided by 2.
Now, x times x equal.
X squared.
So 2x squared plus
1 half.
1 over 2. Let's say pi is 3 approximately. And r is, what is r?
Radius. Half of x, sir.
You're right. Pi times r squared. R is x over 2, parentheses, squared. Okay. Now, what is next? Okay, 2x, let's solve that operation. Let's do this operation. So 2x squared, and who can solve this portion? Numerators times numerators over denominators times denominator. Before them, there is exponent, PEMDAS, right? So what is the x over 2 parentheses square here? So what is the solution of this? X over 2 parentheses square is equal to. Can you guys participate? Hey, let's go. Sit up. Sleeping mode? No. Go ahead. X over 2 parentheses squared. This question asks everybody. X over 2 parentheses squared.
I said X. and you said X.
Okay, x over 2 parentheses square means exponent shows how many times base must be multiplied by itself, right? How many times should I multiply the base by itself? So, multiply numerators. X times x. Over. Thanks, Diana. 2 times 2. Trying to smile now. I think I'm getting frustrated. Just kidding. Over, so x squared over 4, again this number, And so 2x squared plus, connection is going, I think, again. Okay, then when you see such thing, multiplication, that means you guys will multiply numerators. Okay, what are the numerators here? So what is that? 1 times 3 times x squared equals? Over what? Good job. Good job, continue. And I showed you that before, how to add fractions fast and easy. Remember that. Remember that. Multiply, add, go ahead. Okay, who's gonna go? Multiply 2 of them. Martin, you're not even looking at the board. Multiply 2 of them. Go ahead. 16x squared plus is equal to, right, 19x squared over what? So, how? 2 times 8, 16x squared, plus 3x squared and 19x squared. Keep the denominator same, make it equal. So what do you see? Yeah, 2 fractions makes 1 proportion. Good job. So you're gonna do cross multiplication. So 19x squared is equal to 8 times I'm not able to extend the page wide. We're going to divide both sides by 16. I'll ask you to use the calculator. What's that? 34, approximately 34. Question. So what are the dimensions? So can you answer the question now? What are the dimensions? Exactly. This is 34 and this one is 2 times 34. Okay? Alright, let's solve this question now. Now is the point is making this one to be able to remember the warm-up question on the up on top here. We will do the same thing here. You guys put this one into square format, equals perfect square trinomial, and then you're going to write that as in this format here. Okay, who's gonna tell me fast? X 5 squared. Does that make sense? It's going to be plus minus 5. So then the result is going to be x is equal to, let's make that equal 2 solutions. We just need a 2 solution. The first one is going to be here. X plus 2 is equal to positive 5. And another solution going to be here. X plus 2 is equal to negative 5. So when you solve this, subtract 2 from both hand sides. Subtract 2. After all of those introductions, you can start learning completing the square. It's pretty simple. You may, guys, refer to the first the notes you have taken here. All right, we're going to apply those steps, but not that complicated. Let me explain why and how we're going to do that. So okay, completing the square. Okay, x squared minus 10x. Here's the formula that you need to keep in mind. B over 2 parentheses squared. b over 2 parentheses square, okay? So what is b here? Negative 10 is correct. Remember this, who's going to tell me the standard form? Plus c, good job. So when you look at that, x squared is here, minus 10x, what is c? There is no c, which is 0. So what is b in this case? B is negative 10. Right, kiddos, is that right? Negative 10. Now, let's plug it in. Negative b is negative 10. Negative 10 divided by 2 to the power of 2, parentheses square. Negative 5 to the power of 2. Am I right? Negative 5 power of 2 makes 25. So this is the answer. X squared minus 10x plus 25 is the answer. So what happened? What happened here? Completing the square. Isn't that a perfect square trinomial? Isn't it? So how can you write this one? X minus 5 parentheses squared. That's correct. When you're adding here 25, you're able to write this one as some number squared. That was our goal. But we don't have to write this portion now. 25 is our answer. So now solve this one real quick. We're doing mental math now. The first one. What is the question mark? Wait. Oscar is answering this.
Which one am I doing?
The first one up on top here. What makes this one a perfect square trinomial? Complete it to the square. Four is correct. Why? He's doing the regular way, but you apply the formula. What was the formula? B over 2 parentheses square. B is 4. 4 over 2 parentheses square. 2 square equal 4. Okay? Now, next, Mr. Ho. Jesse, let's go. The next green one.
You just asked the green one.
I just asked the green one. Okay, 16. Are you all agree?
Yeah.
That's right. 8 divided by 2 equals 4. 4 square, 16. Okay. Next one, Angelica. That is 20. X squared plus 20. Divided by 2. Squared. 10 squared. 100. Good job. That's it. Okay. Now.
Play.
Okay, let me clean this portion real quick. So you're doing this one. So what is that? What was the formula? Let me help you on the first one. P. So what is B here? 3. 3 over 2 square, right? So what is this? No. No need that. No, why? You don't need to use your calculator. What is 3 over 2 times 3 over 2? Is that correct? 3 times 3, 9. 2 times 2 is equal to 4. So, you're just going to write here, it could be a fraction, 9 over 4. Okay? So how can you complete this? How can you write this one in this format? Go ahead. X plus
You're still right.
3. You're not paying attention. X plus what? Good job. Does that make sense? So how? Okay, Emily, how would you write this one as this format.
X plus 4.
You said 4 again. 2. It's 2. It's 2. Because you're taking the square root of this one. You took square root of that one.
Okay, another one.
So, next time. One more time. Go ahead. It's Emily. Emily's turn. So what should I write here, Emily?
Oh,
502 squared. Tell me. 5 squared.
okay.
25. 2 squared. Okay. That's it.
Plus
X plus. Good job.
squared. Is it
It's slow, yeah.
Yes.
Dominic, go ahead. Okay, 7 over 2 parentheses square, right? 7 over 2, what you said? That's right.
X plus
Make sense? Divide by 2, 7 over 2. Take the square root. 7 square, 7 over 2, 2 square.
Oh,
And then how to write this one, Denise? Good job. Okay, after all kind of practices, I believe who's gonna answer? Martin will answer this question correctly. Good job. So, p over 2, like 6 over 2 is equal to 3. 3 square, 9. That's it. Good job. Next type of question. Now, in this question, you see lots of big numbers. When you get back to definition here, factor trinomial. Okay, listen up. Divide all the terms of the equation by the coefficient of x squared if it's not 1. So when I get back here, I see that's 3 right here. It's 3 here. So what should I do? Divide both sides, everything by 3, because the greatest common factor is 3 here. Let's do this. X, tell me. Okay, so second step. We just start lesson. It's saying that to do this, get all terms with the variable on one side of the equation and the constant on the other side. Does that make sense? So we're going to collect numbers and variables together. We're going to separate them actually. Okay, which ones are numbers? Which ones are variables? So what should I do? Get rid of that 2 from left hand side. So subtract 2 from both hand side. That was the step, Martin. Does it make sense? Then complete it to the square. Do your math real quick. I want to complete that, make it square in this one. A squared plus bx, something c is missing here. Put the c there. That's what you've been doing. Go ahead. Gosh.
After the same way.
It's plus 4. But 4 came in the middle of nowhere. So we cannot do this. It's illegal and the balance is not balanced anymore. How can you keep the balance? I need 4 here in order to make that square, perfect square. But how am I going to keep the balance? Right, we're going to add another 4 here. So now it's balanced. Make sense? But I need this 4 because I need to write this one. Tell me. Minus 2, what is that equal? Good job. Okay, let's keep going. Let's solve this one. Take square root of both hand side. We do have secret 2 here. Index is 2. Cancel out. There is square root of 2, but I cannot cancel because it doesn't have 2 here, right? It doesn't have 2 there. That's why I cannot cancel it. So write whatever I have left. I'm going to write that down. X minus 2 is equal to, square root of 2 is not correct because I forgot to write there what? Because plus minus root 2. Now solve for x. How to solve for x? Plus 2 cancels out. X is equal to 2. You can leave it as it is. That's fine. Any question? Okay. So what did I do? I have collect x's on the left hand side. I have collect the numbers on the right hand side. It's time to divide everything by 2. So x squared minus x, leave a little bit blank because we're going to make it to the perfect square, is equal to 3. Okay, now what was the rule? B over 2. B in this case is negative 1. B is negative 1 over 2 parentheses squared. That means negative 1 over 2 times negative 1 over 2. That makes what? Positive 1 over 4. So I'm going to add here 1 over 4. If I'm doing this, in order to keep the balance, I have to do the same thing to the right hand side. Is that clear? So then do the same thing. 1 over 2 squared is equal to, remember the shortcut, 4 times 3, good job, 4 times 3, 12, plus 1 is equal to 13 over 4. Then, as you see here, square over here, you need to get rid of that square root of both hand side. Okay, so they'll cancels out. X minus, x minus 1 over 2 is equal to 13 over 4. We can write it like this. Plus minus, okay? And we're gonna add 1 over 2 to both hand side. 1 over 2 plus minus. I added 1 over 2 to both hand side. There wasn't anything like 1 over 2. I added plus and then plus minus this. So what is the answer choice is going to be?